Open-mindedness is more than curiosity, it is a quiet courage, a willingness to let the familiar dissolve and meet the unknown without fear. Those who are open-minded move through life with a fluid awareness, observing ideas, experiences, and perspectives without immediate judgment. They balance discernment with receptivity, allowing themselves to be shaped by experiences while maintaining a grounded sense of self. This openness reflects a psychological architecture built on curiosity, empathy, and adaptability. It influences learning, relationships, and personal growth. Understanding the psychology of open-minded individuals is a journey into the delicate interplay of cognition and emotion, of flexibility and identity, revealing how openness can cultivate insight, resilience, and a deeper connection to the world and the people within it. Open-minded individuals move through life with a quiet fluidity. Their minds are attentive, observing without immediate judgment, listening before forming conclusions, and welcoming perspectives that diverge from their own. This openness is not indiscriminate. It is a careful balance of curiosity and discernment, a willingness to explore without losing a sense of self. The traits of open-mindedness manifest subtly but consistently. They are present in conversations where listening is prioritized over responding, in decisions approached with consideration of alternative viewpoints, and in an innate flexibility that allows adaptation to new information. Their cognitive landscape is wide, accommodating both novelty and complexity, capable of holding contradictory ideas without distress. Observation reveals more than thought patterns. It reveals behavior. Open-minded individuals often ask questions instead of asserting answers, invite dialogue instead of closing it, and seek understanding rather than validation. Their engagement is characterized by patience, empathy, and a reflective curiosity that permeates interactions, relationships, and learning experiences. Emotional balance is another hallmark. Openness is supported by the ability to tolerate ambiguity, uncertainty, and discomfort without rigidly clinging to familiar beliefs. They experience curiosity without fear, inquiry without defensiveness, and exploration without a loss of identity. Their internal emotional regulation allows them to navigate challenging ideas with resilience, turning potential conflict into opportunity for understanding. Open-mindedness is visible in creativity and problem-solving as well. Those who embrace diverse perspectives can combine ideas in novel ways, integrating insights from multiple sources. Their approach is iterative observation, reflection, synthesis, and integration. In this process, learning is continuous, evolving, and deeply human, anchored not in certainty but in openness to possibility. Relationships are particularly illuminated by this quality. Open-minded people create space for others to express themselves without fear of judgment. They listen deeply, validate experiences, and foster dialogue that invites growth. In social contexts, their presence often feels safe, curious, and enriching, allowing others to explore their own ideas more fully. Recognition of open-mindedness is also an act of awareness for oneself. It emerges as a conscious choice cultivated over time. While some aspects may be innate, personality traits that favor curiosity and flexibility, much is shaped by reflection, education, and experience. Observing one's own reactions, biases, and assumptions allows a gradual expansion of cognitive and emotional horizons, reinforcing receptivity to the unknown. Yet even in openness, boundaries exist. Open-minded individuals do not accept every idea unquestioningly. Discernment remains central. Evaluation, critical thinking, and ethical considerations guide engagement with new perspectives. The openness is a tool, not a surrender, a way of engaging with the world that honors both curiosity and integrity. Recognition, then, is the first step toward understanding the psychology of open-mindedness. It is the acknowledgement of a mind attuned to exploration, a heart capable of empathy, and a consciousness able to hold space for both the familiar and the unfamiliar. In observing these patterns, one begins to see not only how open-mindedness manifests externally, but also the internal structures, emotional, cognitive, and reflective, that support it. Open-mindedness is at its essence a quiet courage, the courage to listen, to question, to entertain the unfamiliar, and to allow growth without fear. In recognizing it, one glimpses the profound balance between flexibility and discernment, curiosity and identity, a balance that defines the reflective, responsive, and deeply human mind. Open-minded individuals move through life with a quiet fluidity. Their minds are attentive, observing without immediate judgment, listening before forming conclusions, and welcoming perspectives that diverge from their own. This openness is not indiscriminate. It is a careful balance of curiosity and discernment, a willingness to explore without losing a sense of self. The traits of open-mindedness manifest subtly but consistently. They are present in conversations where listening is prioritized over responding, in decisions approached with consideration of alternative viewpoints, and in an innate flexibility that allows adaptation to new information. Their cognitive landscape is wide, accommodating both novelty and complexity, capable of holding contradictory ideas without distress. Observation reveals more than thought patterns. It reveals behavior. Open-minded individuals often ask questions instead of asserting answers, invite dialogue instead of closing it, and seek understanding rather than validation. Their engagement is characterized by patience, empathy, and a reflective curiosity that permeates interactions, relationships, and learning experiences. Emotional balance is another hallmark. Openness is supported by the ability to tolerate ambiguity, uncertainty, and discomfort without rigidly clinging to familiar beliefs. They experience curiosity without fear, inquiry without defensiveness, and exploration without a loss of identity. Their internal emotional regulation allows them to navigate challenging ideas with resilience, turning potential conflict into opportunity for understanding. Open-mindedness is visible in creativity and problem-solving as well. Those who embrace diverse perspectives can combine ideas in novel ways, integrating insights from multiple sources. Their approach is iterative observation, reflection, synthesis, and integration. In this process, learning is continuous, evolving, and deeply human, anchored not in certainty, but in openness to possibility. Relationships are particularly illuminated by this quality. Open-minded people create space for others to express themselves without fear of judgment. They listen deeply, validate experiences, and foster dialogue that invites growth. In social contexts, their presence often feels safe, curious, and enriching, allowing others to explore their own ideas more fully. Recognition of open-mindedness is also an act of awareness for oneself. It emerges as a conscious choice cultivated over time. While some aspects may be innate, personality traits that favor curiosity and flexibility, much is shaped by reflection, education, and experience. Observing one's own reactions, biases, and assumptions allows a gradual expansion of cognitive and emotional horizons, reinforcing receptivity to the unknown. Yet even in openness, boundaries exist. Open-minded individuals do not accept every idea unquestioningly. Discernment remains central. Evaluation, critical thinking, and ethical considerations guide engagement with new perspectives. The openness is a tool, not a surrender, a way of engaging with the world that honors both curiosity and integrity. Recognition, then, is the first step toward understanding the psychology of open-mindedness. It is the acknowledgement of a mind attuned to exploration, a heart capable of empathy, and a consciousness able to hold space for both the familiar and the unfamiliar. In observing these patterns, one begins to see not only how open-mindedness manifests externally, but also the internal structures, emotional, cognitive, and reflective, that support it. Open-mindedness is, at its essence, a quiet courage, the courage to listen, to question, to entertain the unfamiliar, and to allow growth without fear. In recognizing it, one glimpses the profound balance between flexibility and discernment, curiosity and identity, a balance that defines the reflective, responsive, and deeply human mind. Open-minded individuals move through life with a quiet fluidity. Their minds are attentive, observing without immediate judgment, listening before forming conclusions, and welcoming perspectives that diverge from their own. This openness is not indiscriminate, it is a careful balance of curiosity and discernment, a willingness to explore without losing a sense of self. The traits of open-mindedness manifest subtly but consistently. They are present in conversations where listening is prioritized over responding, in decisions approached with consideration of alternative viewpoints, and in an innate flexibility that allows adaptation to new information. Their cognitive landscape is wide, accommodating both novelty and complexity, capable of holding contradictory ideas without distress. Observation reveals more than thought patterns, it reveals behavior. Open-minded individuals often ask questions instead of asserting answers, invite dialogue instead of closing it, and seek understanding rather than validation. Their engagement is characterized by patience, empathy, and a reflective curiosity that permeates interactions, relationships, and learning experiences. Emotional balance is another hallmark. Openness is supported by the ability to tolerate ambiguity, uncertainty, and discomfort without rigidly clinging to familiar beliefs. They experience curiosity without fear, inquiry without defensiveness, and exploration without a loss of identity. Their internal emotional regulation allows them to navigate challenging ideas with resilience, turning potential conflict into opportunity for understanding. Open-mindedness is visible in creativity and problem-solving as well. Those who embrace diverse perspectives can combine ideas in novel ways, integrating insights from multiple sources. Their approach is iterative observation, reflection, synthesis, and integration. In this process, learning is continuous, evolving, and deeply human, anchored not in certainty, but in openness to possibility. Relationships are particularly illuminated by this quality. Open-minded people create space for others to express themselves without fear of judgment. They listen deeply, validate experiences, and foster dialogue that invites growth. In social contexts, their presence often feels safe, curious, and enriching, allowing others to explore their own ideas more fully. Recognition of open-mindedness is also an act of awareness for oneself. It emerges as a conscious choice, cultivated over time. While some aspects may be innate, personality traits that favor curiosity and flexibility, much is shaped by reflection, education, and experience. Observing one's own reactions, biases, and assumptions allows a gradual expansion of cognitive and emotional horizons, reinforcing receptivity to the unknown. Yet even in openness, boundaries exist. Open-minded individuals do not accept every idea unquestioningly. Discernment remains central. Evaluation, critical thinking, and ethical considerations guide engagement with new perspectives. The openness is a tool, not a surrender, a way of engaging with the world that honors both curiosity and integrity. Recognition, then, is the first step toward understanding the psychology of open-mindedness. It is the acknowledgement of a mind attuned to exploration, a heart capable of empathy, and a consciousness able to hold space for both the familiar and the unfamiliar. In observing these patterns, one begins to see not only how open-mindedness manifests externally, but also the internal structures, emotional, cognitive, and reflective that support it. Open-mindedness is, at its essence, a quiet courage, the courage to listen, to question, to entertain the unfamiliar, and to allow growth without fear. In recognizing it, one glimpses the profound balance between flexibility and discernment, curiosity and identity, a balance that defines the reflective, responsive, and deeply human mind. Open-mindedness rarely emerges in isolation. It is shaped early in life, nurtured by experiences, relationships, and cultural influences that encourage curiosity, empathy, and reflection. From the first interactions with family, caregivers, and educators, seeds are planted, some nurtured, others constrained, that influence how a person engages with new ideas and perspectives. In childhood, exposure to diverse experiences and ideas fosters receptivity. Families that encourage questioning, discussion, and exploration teach children that curiosity is valuable and safe. A child who is asked to consider multiple perspectives, reflect on outcomes, or explore unfamiliar concepts develops the mental flexibility that becomes the foundation for open-minded thinking. Conversely, environments that reward conformity or discourage questioning can limit this development, instilling rigidity rather than receptivity. Education plays a complementary role. Exposure to diverse subjects, interdisciplinary learning, and dialogue with peers from varied backgrounds expands cognitive horizons. Reading, storytelling, and encounters with different cultures or ideas stimulate imagination and critical reflection. Each experience reinforces the notion that multiple ways of seeing the world exist, and that uncertainty and ambiguity are not threats but opportunities for growth. Early social interactions are also formative. Children who navigate differences in opinion, negotiate conflicts, and experience empathy develop skills for perspective taking. Observing caregivers or role models approach disagreement with curiosity rather than defensiveness provides a template for managing the unknown. These social lessons cultivate both emotional intelligence and cognitive flexibility, the twin pillars of open-mindedness. Cultural and societal norms further influence development. Societies that value individuality, intellectual exploration, and pluralism provide fertile ground for open-mindedness. In contrast, rigid cultural scripts, hierarchical structures, or authoritarian expectations may suppress curiosity and instill fear of dissent. The interplay between personal temperament and environmental influence determines how open-mindedness manifests in adulthood. Personality traits interact with these influences. Natural curiosity, tolerance for ambiguity, and emotional stability predispose some individuals toward openness. Highly reflective or empathetic children may internalize lessons of perspective, taking more deeply, cultivating a natural affinity for considering multiple viewpoints. However, without supportive experiences, even these tendencies may remain dormant, unexpressed, or constrained. Life experiences continue to shape openness throughout adolescence and adulthood. Exposure to new cultures, intellectual challenges, travel, or encounters with diverse communities reinforces flexibility. Conversely, repeated encounters with rigid environments or dogmatic authority can entrench narrow thinking. Open-minded individuals often reflect on their past, recognizing the experiences that encouraged exploration and those that demanded conformity, shaping the dynamic balance between receptivity and discernment. Understanding the origins of open-mindedness reveals that it is both a trait and a cultivated skill. Early experiences, education, relationships, personality, and culture converge to shape the willingness to embrace new perspectives. Recognition of these formative influences allows appreciation of open-mindedness not as an innate gift alone, but as a product of opportunity, guidance, and conscious reflection. Ultimately, the psychology of open-mindedness is rooted in these influences, creating the foundation for the reflective, flexible, and curious mind. By observing its origins, one begins to understand the subtle interplay between nature and nurture, curiosity and environment that allows some individuals to approach life with openness, courage, and empathetic awareness. Open-mindedness is not merely a personality trait. It is a complex set of cognitive mechanisms that shape how individuals perceive, evaluate, and respond to the world. At its core lies mental flexibility, the ability to entertain multiple perspectives simultaneously, consider alternative explanations, and revise beliefs in light of new evidence. This cognitive agility allows open-minded individuals to navigate uncertainty with curiosity rather than fear. Tolerance for ambiguity is central. The open-minded mind recognizes that reality is rarely simple or absolute. Ambiguity, instead of provoking anxiety, becomes a space for exploration and insight. Open-minded individuals can hold conflicting ideas without discomfort, understanding that complexity and contradiction are intrinsic to human experience. This ability to live with uncertainty distinguishes open-mindedness from indecision or passivity. It is an active engagement with nuance. Reflective thinking reinforces this flexibility. Open-minded individuals habitually pause to examine assumptions, biases, and habitual patterns of thought. They question not only external ideas but also their internal responses, fostering a meta-cognitive awareness that enhances learning and adaptability. Reflection transforms information from mere data into insight, deepening understanding while cultivating discernment. Critical evaluation complements receptivity. Openness does not mean accepting every idea uncritically. Rather, it involves a willingness to weigh evidence, consider alternative interpretations, and integrate new information without defensiveness. This balance between curiosity and judgment ensures that the mind remains receptive while maintaining intellectual integrity, avoiding the pitfalls of gullibility or blind conformity. Emotional regulation supports these cognitive processes. Encountering unfamiliar ideas can evoke discomfort, fear, or defensiveness. Open-minded individuals often possess the emotional stability to tolerate these feelings, allowing reason and reflection to guide responses rather than immediate emotional reactions. Emotional intelligence and cognitive flexibility operate together, enabling the integration of new perspectives without destabilizing the self. Pattern recognition and conceptual synthesis are additional mechanisms at play. Open-minded individuals excel at connecting disparate ideas, identifying underlying themes, and synthesizing information into cohesive understanding. This integrative thinking allows for creative solutions, nuanced judgments, and the ability to navigate complex social and intellectual landscapes. Cognitive biases are acknowledged and managed. Awareness of confirmation bias, overgeneralization, and rigidity helps the open-minded mind pause before automatically rejecting ideas that challenge pre-existing beliefs. The conscious effort to recognize and counteract bias is a hallmark of the reflective mind, enhancing both understanding and empathy. Ultimately, these cognitive mechanisms, mental flexibility, tolerance for ambiguity, reflective thinking, critical evaluation, emotional regulation, and integrative synthesis, form the architecture of open-mindedness. They allow the individual to engage deeply with the world, responding to novelty and complexity with curiosity and discernment. Recognition of these mechanisms illuminates the psychology of open-minded individuals. Their openness is not passive or accidental. It is a dynamic interplay of thought, emotion, and reflection, cultivated over time and sustained through conscious awareness. This understanding invites appreciation of how open-minded minds navigate life with grace, insight, and a profound capacity for learning. Open-mindedness is as much an emotional quality as it is a cognitive one. Beyond the ability to hold multiple perspectives lies a profound capacity for empathy, the skill of feeling with others, perceiving their experiences, and understanding their emotions without judgment. Emotional intelligence underpins openness, allowing individuals to navigate the complexity of human interaction with awareness and sensitivity. Empathy and receptivity are intertwined. Open-minded individuals often demonstrate an intuitive understanding of others' perspectives, not simply through intellectual reasoning, but through a deep attunement to emotional signals. They sense hesitation, curiosity, or distress, and respond with openness rather than defensiveness. This attunement creates relational spaces where dialogue thrives and differing viewpoints can be explored safely. Emotional regulation supports this capacity. Encountering ideas or experiences that challenge core beliefs can provoke discomfort, frustration, or fear. The open-minded individual observes these reactions without succumbing to them, maintaining composure and reflection. This balance allows them to engage with uncertainty and ambiguity without reactivity, transforming potential conflict into insight and connection. Social attunement enhances learning. Through attentive observation and active listening, open-minded people absorb not only ideas but also the context, values, and emotions behind them. This capacity for relational awareness deepens understanding, revealing the nuances and subtleties of perspectives that might otherwise be overlooked. It is not passive empathy but an active, conscious engagement with the human experience. Emotional intelligence also guides ethical discernment. Open-minded individuals recognize that ideas exist within relational and moral contexts. The ability to integrate emotional awareness with reasoning allows them to navigate differing viewpoints while maintaining integrity, avoiding the extremes of blind acceptance or rigid rejection. This integration ensures that openness remains grounded, thoughtful, and relationally sensitive. The interplay between cognitive and emotional processes enhances creativity, problem-solving, and adaptability. Emotional insight allows the mind to explore ideas fully, considering human impact, potential consequences, and relational dynamics. Open-mindedness becomes not only an intellectual exercise but a compassionate approach to life, integrating thought, feeling, and awareness. Relationships flourish under this influence. Open-minded individuals foster dialogue that is inclusive, respectful, and reflective. Their capacity for empathy enables others to feel heard and valued, creating environments where differences can be explored constructively. Emotional intelligence transforms mere tolerance into genuine understanding, making social engagement enriching rather than threatening. Ultimately, emotional awareness and empathy form the foundation upon which cognitive openness rests. Without emotional insight, the willingness to consider alternative ideas risks remaining abstract or superficial. With it, open-mindedness becomes a lived, relational, and deeply human quality, an alignment of thought and feeling that enriches understanding, nurtures connection, and deepens the capacity to engage with the world. Recognition of this emotional architecture illuminates the psychology of open-minded individuals. They are not only flexible thinkers but sensitive beings, attuned to the subtle currents of human experience. Through empathy and emotional intelligence, openness is embodied, practiced, and experienced, not merely as an intellectual stance but as a lived, relational, and profoundly human way of being. Open-mindedness, despite its many virtues, is not without its challenges. Beneath the curiosity and empathy lies a subtle, ongoing tension, a negotiation between the desire for exploration and the need for certainty, between embracing novelty and preserving core beliefs. This inner tension is a defining aspect of the psychology of open-minded individuals. One source of challenge is cognitive overload. Constantly evaluating multiple perspectives, weighing alternatives, and integrating new information can create mental strain. The mind of the open-minded individual is active, agile, and receptive, yet it can also become fatigued when confronted with excessive ambiguity or complexity. Awareness of this tendency allows for pauses, reflection, and recalibration, essential practices for sustaining openness over time. The discomfort of ambiguity is another tension. Open-minded people are willing to engage with uncertainty, yet even they experience moments of unease. Situations without clear answers or conflicting evidence can provoke anxiety, self-doubt, or hesitation. The skill lies in tolerating this discomfort without retreating into rigid thinking or avoidance, navigating the unknown while maintaining balance and composure. Decision-making can also be fraught. Openness allows for consideration of diverse perspectives, but when choices are required, the multitude of possibilities can create internal conflict. The mind must balance receptivity with discernment, curiosity with responsibility, and flexibility with decisiveness. This dynamic tension is a hallmark of reflective thinking, requiring patience, self-awareness, and careful judgment. Social challenges accompany cognitive tension. Open-minded individuals may encounter resistance, skepticism, or misunderstanding from others who value certainty, conformity, or quick judgment. Expressing curiosity or exploring unconventional ideas can invite criticism, isolation, or subtle relational friction. The internal dialogue, balancing authenticity with relational harmony, is ongoing, shaping both behavior and emotional experience. There is also the tension between openness and personal identity. Considering alternative perspectives does not imply relinquishing one's values or beliefs, yet boundaries can blur if reflection is not balanced with self-knowledge. Open-minded individuals must continuously negotiate where receptivity ends and personal integrity begins, maintaining equilibrium between flexibility and groundedness. Despite these challenges, inner tension is not weakness. It is evidence of engagement, reflection, and intellectual and emotional depth. The mind's capacity to hold ambiguity, reconcile conflicting ideas, and integrate diverse viewpoints is itself a strength, even if it requires energy, patience, and resilience. The tension is a dynamic state, reminding the individual that growth often emerges from the friction between stability and change. Awareness of these challenges enhances self-understanding. Recognizing cognitive strain, discomfort, relational tension, and identity negotiation allows open-minded individuals to approach life with both curiosity and care. They learn when to pause, when to reflect, and when to act, balancing receptivity with discernment. Ultimately, the psychology of open-minded people is defined not only by flexibility and curiosity, but by their ability to navigate inner tension. Openness is a dynamic process, a conscious engagement with uncertainty, ambiguity, and diversity of thought. Through this tension, they cultivate resilience, insight, and depth, transforming challenge into opportunity, complexity into understanding, and uncertainty into a bridge for connection and growth. Open-mindedness is not a static trait, it is a living, evolving capacity that shapes personal growth and adaptation over time. Those who embrace it navigate life with flexibility, curiosity, and resilience, transforming experience into insight and challenge into opportunity. Growth in this sense is both inward and outward, expanding understanding of oneself while deepening connection to the world. The process begins with reflection. Open-minded individuals regularly examine their own beliefs, assumptions, and habitual patterns of thought. This self-awareness allows them to identify areas of rigidity or bias and consciously expand their perspective. By observing internal responses to new information, they cultivate both humility and discernment, integrating insight while maintaining coherence of self. Adaptation is a natural extension of this reflective practice. Encounters with unfamiliar ideas, cultures, or situations become opportunities for learning rather than threats to certainty. Flexibility in thought and behavior allows open-minded individuals to adjust to changing circumstances without losing equilibrium. They are neither rigid nor reactive. Instead, they navigate uncertainty with patience and attentiveness, drawing from experience to inform decisions. Relationships flourish under this adaptive openness. By valuing diverse perspectives, individuals cultivate empathy, collaboration, and constructive dialogue. They recognize that growth is often relational. Listening deeply, sharing experiences, and negotiating differences fosters not only mutual understanding but also emotional and social resilience. Open-mindedness becomes a tool for connection, enriching both personal and collective experience. Learning is amplified through curiosity. Open-minded individuals seek knowledge actively, exploring fields beyond their immediate expertise, considering unconventional approaches, and experimenting with new ideas. This iterative process, observation, reflection, integration, creates a dynamic cycle of growth, where each encounter, success, or failure informs future understanding. Openness is not passive, it is engaged, intentional, and cumulative. Resilience is intertwined with adaptation. Open-minded individuals often confront cognitive dissonance, ambiguity, or societal resistance, yet their flexibility allows them to navigate these challenges without rigid defensiveness. Rather than being destabilized by differing perspectives, they absorb, integrate, and sometimes challenge ideas, emerging with expanded understanding and refined judgment. Growth emerges from this interplay between internal stability and external exploration. Ethical and personal discernment remain central. Adaptation does not require surrendering core values. Open-mindedness is a practice of integration, not abdication. By maintaining a reflective stance, individuals can incorporate diverse viewpoints while preserving integrity, balancing receptivity with responsibility, and curiosity with personal principle. Ultimately, growth and adaptation reveal the transformative potential of open-mindedness. It is not only a lens through which the world is observed, but a way of being that enhances cognitive, emotional, and relational capacity. Through openness, individuals navigate life with subtle courage, curiosity, and empathy, continuously expanding the horizons of understanding and connection. In this way, open-mindedness becomes both a skill and a way of life, a dynamic process of learning, adaptation, and reflection. It is the quiet force that allows individuals to meet the unknown with courage, explore difference with respect, and transform challenge into insight, creating a life that is not only informed but enriched by the diversity of human experience. Open-mindedness is a quiet, enduring courage. It is the willingness to approach the world without rigid expectation, to embrace uncertainty, and to consider perspectives beyond one's own. Those who embody it move through life with a gentle curiosity, their minds receptive, their hearts attuned, and their reflections deep. This openness is not a surrender of self, but an expansion of awareness. It allows the individual to navigate the complexities of human experience with grace, listening to voices different from their own, encountering ideas that challenge long-held beliefs, and finding meaning in ambiguity rather than discomfort. Each encounter, each observation, becomes a subtle exercise in humility, empathy, and insight. Relationships are illuminated by this capacity. Open-minded individuals cultivate spaces where dialogue flourishes, where differences are not feared but explored, and where mutual understanding is nurtured. Their presence invites reflection in others, encouraging the questioning of assumptions and the appreciation of nuance. In this way, openness is contagious. It fosters curiosity, generosity, and depth in those around them. Cognitive flexibility and emotional intelligence merge to create a mind that is resilient yet receptive. They tolerate ambiguity, integrate diverse perspectives, and navigate the tension between curiosity and discernment. The inner life of an open-minded person is a delicate balance, a dance between exploration and grounding, reflection and action, insight and judgment. Growth and adaptation are inseparable from this openness. Each new idea, each encounter with difference, is an opportunity to expand understanding, refine judgment, and deepen empathy. Open-mindedness transforms life into a dynamic process of learning and reflection, where experience is neither static nor final but fluid, evolving, and richly textured. Yet the beauty of open-mindedness lies not only in cognition or growth, but in its profoundly human quality. It reflects humility, the acknowledgement that no single perspective contains all truth. It embodies courage, the willingness to confront uncertainty and discomfort, and it manifests empathy, the capacity to feel with others, to honor difference, and to seek understanding without defensiveness. To observe an open-minded person is to witness the interplay of thought and feeling, intellect and intuition, curiosity and care. It is to see the mind as a living landscape, shaped by experience, reflection, and choice. Openness becomes a rhythm of life, questioning and listening, integrating and discerning, exploring and grounding. Ultimately, the psychology of open-mindedness is a meditation on the human capacity for growth, connection, and understanding. It reminds us that strength resides not only in knowledge, but in the courage to embrace uncertainty, that wisdom grows not only from certainty, but from listening, reflecting, and engaging with the unfamiliar. In this reflection, open-mindedness reveals itself as both a skill and a way of being, a quiet, courageous journey of thought, feeling, and human connection. It is the practice of holding the world gently in one's mind, with curiosity, compassion, and wonder, embracing the unknown while remaining anchored, and finding beauty in the endless possibilities of understanding.